And today's phrasal verb is catch up. Catch up. The past of catch is, of course, caught. So that's catch, caught, caught. And we use catch up in a number of ways. I'm going to explain 4 of those things for you now. The first one is to catch up with other people. Now, this refers to speed, like going at the right speed, just physical speed. For example, if there's a race and bang, the race begins and all of the runners are running at the same speed, but then some of them are slower and they start to fall behind. Now, those slower runners are going to have to run much faster in order to catch up with the others, meaning to get to the same speed as them. Then, of course, they need to keep that speed going and they need to keep up with them. That's another one. But first they need to speed up in order to catch up with the other runners and then get to the same speed as them. All right? So that means to kind of go faster in order to reach the same speed as someone else or something else, to catch up with the others. It can also be used to refer to, for example, making progress in something, not just physical speed, but just generally making progress. So, for example, in a classroom situation, you might have in your class some students who are very good, they work hard and they focus and they make good progress. And then other students in the class don't work very hard. They probably kind of bunk off their classes sometimes. They're not focusing, and as a result, they're not making the same progress as the others. They're falling behind. So you might need to speak to those students and say, look, you really need to work harder in order to try and catch up with the others. You've got to put some work in, do your homework, because you're falling behind. You need to catch up with the other members of the class, otherwise we'll have to move you down a level. So to catch up with the others in that case means kind of get to the same level of progress as the other students in the classroom. So that's 2. Number 3 would be to catch up on something, and that is, for example, when let's say you are not up to date with a TV show. Let's say you haven't watched series 3 of Breaking Bad or season 3 of Game of Thrones. Like everyone else has seen it, but you haven't seen it. So you need to go home and catch up on Game of Thrones. Or maybe there are 160 episodes of Luke's English podcast, but you've only listened to 140. So you need to catch up on Luke's English podcast, meaning get up to date, listen to all the latest, most recent episodes, and then you are up to date. So you need to catch up on Luke's English podcast. Similarly, you could catch up on some sleep. For example, you've been working really hard on a project, you've been staying up late, you haven't been getting enough sleep, you've finished the project, you've handed it in, and now you're exhausted, so you say, I'm going to just go home and catch up on some sleep, meaning I'm going to get the sleep that I've missed recently. I'm going to catch up on some sleep. And then the 4th one would be, for example, when you meet your friends and you haven't seen your friends for a while, you haven't seen them for a while, and you don't know all their recent news and stuff, so you would then catch up with your friends. So let's meet up. Yeah, I haven't seen you for ages. Yeah, let's meet up for a drink tomorrow and we can just catch up. We can catch up on each other's news and that would be great. Okay, so there you go, to catch up. Now I'm going to tell you a joke which could be really bad. Now you might know this joke already because it's in a movie. You hear it in the movie Pulp Fiction. But I'm going to tell you a joke. Now, it's a really bad joke, but I don't care. I'm just going to tell you anyway because I like jokes. Okay, so 3 tomatoes are walking along the street. Daddy tomato, mummy tomato, and baby tomato. And baby tomato's walking too slow, and he starts to fall behind. And daddy tomato gets angry, and he walks back, and he stamps on baby tomato and squashes him on the floor, and he looks down and he says, catch up. Okay, I wonder if you understood that. If you didn't get it, that's fine because it's not a very good joke. But I wonder if you got it. That's it. There'll be another one of these tomorrow, probably without the really bad joke. That's it for now. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye.